Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Admonition Islamic Center invites you to our monthly lecture. Theme: Good Health Like
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. All praises and adoration are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who make us Umah and who make us Muslim, and who make it easy for us to strive in this cause. May He continue to accept our striving as act of ibadah, make it give us the reward in this life and the hereafter. Once again, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The topic before me today is savings, catalyst to personal and human development. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe sọ, àwọn máa ṣe ní ìtú language tí a gbọ́ dáadáa. Savings, that is ìfowópamọ́, èyí tí ó jẹ́ ọ̀nà tí a lè lò láti fi develop ara wa àti the Muslim Umah. As Muslims, the first set of savings that we have is what I will describe as the spiritual saving. The spiritual saving. And why I call it the spiritual saving is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in His infinity mercy has enjoined us to save for the needy day. To save for the needy day. In Quran 2 verse 245, Allah says, who will lend to Allah a good loan, which Allah will multiply in many folds. For He is the one that increases our wealth and also withhold. That means, as Muslims, out of what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has endowed us with, He has asked for a little, who will give a goodly loan to Allah. Allah does not need our physical money. He does not need gold or the paper currency that we carry along. He does not need it. But He still asking us, who will give a goodly loan to Allah for Him to multiply in manifolds. That is to show us that we have to work, we have to generate income, turn it to wealth, and out of it, save a portion of it with Allah. Because whatever we give Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a loan, it's a saving that is waiting for us to reap the reward. And we cannot quantify what the reward will be. We cannot quantify it. So out of our wealth, Allah has asked us, we should give a goodly loan to Allah. And what we give to Allah, like I have said, is a saving. We are saving for the needy day. He is the one that increases and withholds our means. Therefore, if we cultivate that habit, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will continue to reward us. We will see that as Muslims, we are enjoined to give zakat, to give sadaqah to the needy among us. It is for our benefit. Allah did not have relatives among us. He did not give birth to his son. He did not have a wife that we will say is for his personal benefits. No, whatever he has enjoined on us to do is still for our benefits, such that when we yield to it, it multiplies us more. So, as Muslims, the first set of saving we make is the saving we make to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that He said He will reward us in manifold, in multiple times. Because the essence of saving, when you go into it, is to put extra that you have aside somewhere for your personal self, for any needy, for the rainy day. So whatever we are now giving in the cause of Allah, zakat, sadaqah, any form of charity, we do as Allah has commanded. It's a saving that we will meet with Allah, that we will get the reward in this life and in the hereafter. So that is for the first one, the spiritual saving we have as an Umah, and we must continue to adhere with it. Now, we now talk of personal saving. Personal saving are the ones that we look at and say, okay, since I'm getting some income, let me put something aside for my need, so that I will be able to use it later. I'm earning income of 200,000 in a month. Okay, out of this 200,000, I decide to be putting aside maybe 20,000 or 30,000 as my situation can afford. That means in the next 1 or 2 years, I would have saved something close to 500,000. That is what we understand more. It is for our personal self. Because what you are doing is you deprive yourself of present spending to accumulate some money for future need. That is, instead of carrying gbogbo owó yẹn tán sí, a fi díẹ̀ pamọ́ ní oṣooṣù, àwa fi pamọ́ títí owó yẹn fi pọ̀. Àwọn mọ̀mọ́ wa tí wọ́n wà nínú trade, ọmọ kìíní yẹn ṣe púpọ̀, bí alájọṣe ń dé on daily basis, wọ́n á máa fi síbẹ̀ 3,000, 5,000, bálájọṣe ń dé wọ́n á máa fowó yẹn síbẹ̀. Wọn ni pé tó bá fi máa di end of the month, wọ́n á kó owó yẹn kìí, wọ́n á lọ fi ṣe nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ fi ṣe. Ọ ẹlòmíì ò ní gbà lóṣù kan, ó lè gbà lẹ́yìn oṣù mẹ́ta, ó lè gbà lẹ́yìn oṣù mẹ́fà, á lọ fi ṣe nǹkan tó fẹ́ fi ṣe. Ìgbà míì wọ́n á tún kó padà sí di business yẹn láti fi expand it. So àwọn eléyìí ni à ń pè ní saving tí wọ́n ní kí a bá wa sọ. It's something to ẹgbẹ́ àti ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀. But gẹ́gẹ́ bá yẹn sọ́nsìn is a catalyst to our personal and Umah development. Ẹni tí kò bá ní, ó ní láti lọ gbìyànjú kó kọ́ bí wọ́n ṣe ń ní saving. Because tí èèyàn bá kàn gẹ̀ẹ́tì owó, jẹ́ bó ṣe ń gẹ̀ẹ́tì owó yẹn ló kàn náà bla bla, bó ṣe ń gẹ̀ẹ́tì owó yẹn ló kàn náà bla bla. Ìjọ tó bá máa nídìí owó kékeré kan tí bùkátà kan bá dé, tí owó ò dẹ̀ sí lọ́wọ́ ìjọ yẹn, ó máa di pé kó lọ yáwó. kò dẹ̀ easy láti rí owó yá. Ẹni tí ó bá máa ń tijú á mọ̀ pé kò easy láti kọnu sí yẹn pé ẹjọ́ yá mi 10,000. Kò easy láti kọnu sí yẹn because ó mọ̀ tó bá lẹ́nu ẹni yẹn. Tó bá dẹ̀ mọ̀ tó bá bá lẹ́nu ẹni yẹn, ó máa lọ́yàn lára tìkọ̀tìkọ̀ láti lọ kọnu sí yẹn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá ṣe pé àwa náà ti cultivate habit pé mò ń save kankan síbì kan, ìjọ tí n bá ní ìdí ẹ̀ mo lè kúkiri lọ gbà. Ẹ sì ò ní kọ́yàn èèyàn á lọ síbẹ̀ ni. Bóyá mo tẹ̀ tí ń dáwó fálájọ kan tó wá ń gbà, mo wá ní ìdí ẹ̀ instantly. Ìwé tí máa ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ confidently ni wípé nínú owó tí mo dá sí yín lọ́wọ́ yẹn ẹ fún mi ní 30,000 bẹ́ẹ̀. Ṣé ó yàtọ̀ sí ẹ yá mi ní 30,000 bẹ́ẹ̀. So ìdí èyí ló fi ṣe pàtàkì pé as Muslim we must cultivate the habit of saving. It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in His infinity mercy enjoin us not to be extravagant as Muslims. We should not be extravagant in spending, and we should not be niggard. That is, a gbọ́dọ̀ yá ohun, a dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ yá apá. Ìjọ Mùsùlùmí ìjọ tó balance ni. Èyàn gbọ́dọ̀ Mùsùlùmí gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe báyìí. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe ọwọ́ ẹ̀ kó tó kó ni. Kò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe ọwọ́ ẹ̀ yànyà báyìí. Kò dẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ dì í. A gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe kótópó bó bá ṣe ń wọlé kí díẹ̀ ò mọ̀ jáde. Téèyàn bá dì ètò wọ̀ ń bẹ̀ kò ní jáde, ìmí ò ní wọlé. Tí a bá dẹ̀ ṣe báyìí bó ṣe ń wọlé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ló ń fẹ́ jáde, ìkankan ò ní ṣẹ́kù. Mùsùlùmí gbọ́dọ̀ ṣọwọ́ ẹ̀ kótópó báyìí. Bó bá ṣe ń wọlé kí díẹ̀ ò mọ̀ jáde, kí kó mọ̀ ṣẹ́kù nínú ọwọ́ yẹn. Is a compulsory habit that we must have. We must train ourselves, our kids, how to save. When we were small, ó ní kóló tí wọ́n máa ń kàn fún wa, ó ní igi alámọ̀ tó jẹ́ pé a máa fi owó sí, a máa fi owó sí. Nígbà yẹn nǹkan tí ẹ ṣe rọrùn díẹ̀, ó rọrùn gan tó yẹ pé gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tó bá wá kí àwọn òbí wa, ó níye tí wọ́n mọ̀ fún yàn. Ìjọ ọdún léyá tá bá gbẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ tá bá gbẹ̀rẹ̀ bọ̀ ó níye téèyàn ó pa. Àwọn àgbàlagbà tó bá kàn rí ẹ ó ní change kan tí wọ́n fún yàn. So gbogbo àwọn owó kéékèèké wa ní ká máa fi pamọ́ sínú kóló yẹn. Jẹ́ pé tó bá ti di ìgbà ọdún wọ́n á fọ́ kóló. Ọmọ tí wọn ò bá rí owó nu kóló ẹ̀ yóò jìyà. Yóò jìyà. Ó bí pé ó ti lọ yọ owó yẹn lẹ́yìn ni. Torí pé kò sí bó ṣe fẹ́ jọmọ kékeré ńgbà náà tí nǹkan kan ò ní mọ bọ́ sí ẹ lọ́wọ́. Bó jíṣẹ́ tí wọ́n kàn rẹ ní bá mi sáré lọ sí junction lọ́hùn yẹn lọ bá mi ra kinní kan wá. Bó bá ṣe dé báyìí wọ́n á change kékeré kan máa ṣẹ́kù nínú owó yẹn ìwọ náà gbà. Wọn ò expect ẹ kó lọ náwó yẹn. Wọ́n expect ẹ kó lọ fi sínú kóló ni. Torí ẹ̀ ní kóló yẹn ṣe wà nílé. So ẹ jọ as parents ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe habit yẹn no matter how small. Tá bá fáwọn ọmọ ní gift ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣì lo habit yẹn. Àwa tí kíní yẹn dàgbà sí lára a mọ̀ pé ó help wa nígbà tó di pé a bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ tá à ń ṣiṣẹ́. A mọ̀ pé tí n bá gba owó jẹ́ mọ́ fi díẹ̀ pamọ́. Jẹ́ mọ́ fi díẹ̀ pamọ́ má jẹ́ kí n ná gbogbo ẹ̀. Injunction of Allah ni that as Muslims we should be a balanced nation. We should not be niggard and we should not be extravagant in spending. That means we should save for our needy day and for other purposes. tá a máa nídìí owó fún. Ẹni tí nígbà tí owó kékeré wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tí ò ní habit saving tó bá di pé owó ńlá dé kò ní ní o, because kò sí nínú body system ẹni yẹn. For instance, some of us that are earning salary, what I'm earning is very, very small. It's just 20,000. I cannot save anything. Now, if you are earning 20,000, if you are able to save 200 naira out of that 20,000, by the time your earning becomes 200,000, you would have got used to it to save. Then you'll be able to increase your saving. You will be able to increase your saving. But if you are not used to saving 200 naira or 20 naira when you are earning 20,000, by the time you are earning 2 million, it will still be difficult to save. Reality new, because I've experienced it. When I say it is reality, because I could remember when I was in banking industry, even when many of us are earning well, between on the 23 and on the 30, some people have finished their money. Because average banker collects salary 23, 24. Between 23 and 30 of that month, some people have finished their money. They will still go and call money lender to lend them money, additional money to spend. Whereas those of us that have got used to it, our money will not finish, even before next month. The same thing happened to all people in oil industry. Go and check. That are earning fantastically well. They spend extravagantly. And that is why you will see some people have worked for 25 years, 30 years, and if per adventure, maybe there is what you call right sizing, downsizing, all form of sizing, they are asked to go home. The following day they are broke. Because they've been living on debt. Even some people, let me tell you, reality. Some people will leave that such employment, good employment, and at the end of the day, when they are preparing their retirement benefits, they will still have to pay back to the company. Instead of them getting something out of the company as retirement benefits. Because they've had a lot of debt without adequate saving. That is why, as parents, please let us cultivate that habit in these our kids. The little I know is when you are yet to have responsibility, the ability to save is very high. The ability to save is very high when you are yet to have responsibility. When there is enough responsibility, the ability is low. The ability is low. So that is why it's an habit that we have to cultivate. We have to learn and relearn on how to save. Because there are always need for saving. I've been in office one day on benevolent seat at Oredokwe. When I saw the woman, she is almost like with her load, heavily pregnant. My reasoning tell me that this woman is going to hospital. Okay, what do you need? She blatantly told me, I need that saving in my benevolent account. I'm going to hospital. The bag and everything, the luggage is already in her hand. In fact, all the protocols, I have to waive it. and make sure she collected that money. If she has come to me for borrowing, do I have it? I don't have it. But because she's been able to save little amount, and maybe or perchance, maybe the husband is not even at home at the time that the emergency come up, that she has to attend to it. She just carry her luggage and everything. I could see everything. Nobody need to tell me. So immediately I waive all the conditions, all the protocols concerning getting your money, and give her what she has saved, and bid her bye-bye. May God deliver you. That is to show us that saving is key. So that is our personal saving. We need it, one, to meet emergency as need arise. We need it to develop ourselves. When I say develop ourselves, as we grow, there are developmental needs that we need to do. We need to build house. You need your saving. You need to go to Hajj. You need to go to Umrah. You need your saving. It's very, very important. Because you can expect pé màkàrí pé mo àrẹ̀mú kan lẹ́ẹ̀kan náà. Àwọn kan lè rí o, but it's not common. It's not common. What is common is getting it little by little and accumulating it to do what you want to do. And if you don't have that zeal, then it may be a bit difficult. Fún àwọn tó yẹ pé ìmílẹ̀ ìbá ṣe ń rí owó báyìí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ná. Mo ti rí example ẹ̀ rí o láwọn tó mọ̀ ná bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn o, because I was privy to a bus driver one day, and ó ti expect pé òun ò lè ríṣẹ́ ṣe lónìí. Iṣẹ́ díẹ̀ tó ṣe ní àná ó save díẹ̀. Today ó kàn wà ní garage by chance pé ó ṣá wà ń bẹ̀. Ẹnì kan wá sọ pé mo fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́, mo fẹ́ ṣíwọ́ fún ẹ, mo fẹ́ ṣíwọ́ fún ẹ. Mo fẹ́ ṣíwọ́ fún mi. Funny enough, I couldn't believe it. Ó kọ́kọ́ lọ mú owó tí ó ṣèfù lánàá yẹn, ó dẹ̀ ọ̀kọ́ nàná kó tó gunú mọ́tò yẹn. That's the is I saw it, kì í ṣe pé wọ́n sọ fún mi. Ó ní jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ náà yẹn, jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ náà yẹn náà. Ìgbà tó náà tán, ó wá ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wọnú mọ́tò wá ń drive. Some people their life are like that. Because ordinarily you will expect him to save that one and still work this one, add more to it. But alas, the man spent the money before entering that bus. So please, it's an habit. We have to cultivate saving habits to help us. So then the third one, Mama sọ ni pé Umah saving. Ṣé àpá tó sọ pé personal ìtawà gan nídìí nìyẹn. There is what we refer to as Umah, the saving for the Umah. Ètí mo fẹ́ describe as the saving for the Umah is a situation whereby you contribute your own saving to a cooperative society, to endowment fund, to Islamic banks, Islamic schools. Ṣé àpé gbogbo àwọn bíi tí ó jẹ́ developmental area for the Umah nìyẹn. When I say Islamic schools, by putting your kids in these schools, you are contributing your saving to the Umah. By patronizing Islamic cooperative society and Islamic banks, you are contributing your saving to the Umah, because people will benefit from it. Your Muslim brothers and sisters will benefit from it. And the more your financial capacity as a Umah, the better for you, even politically, socially. And you can face reality. Even if people did not like you because of your deen, if your pocket is rich, they will take their face off the deen and still associate with you. là ń sọ wọ́n lè yẹ lówó lọ́wọ́ wá ní kòkò mùsùlùmí ni yóò bẹ kí àwọn tí wọ́n gba benefit lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ even wọ́n á participate ju ẹni tó jẹ́ mùsùlùmí lọ because if as a Umah we are rich within ourselves ẹni tí ò fẹ́ associate gan yóò associate politically gan ẹ máa sọ fún yín pé ibi báyìí là ń lọ socially I máa dictate. Now let me give you a very good example. There was a school in my area around Gates. I will not mention the name of that school. One of our sisters went there to teach economics and she was dressed with her hijab. She has masters in economics. And when she went there, she wanted to teach economics, not Arabic, not Islamic studies. Abi, you shall study, no, you shall teach. That is what she applied for. But when she got there, she was discriminated that no, that dressing, some of our students, they will this, they will do, they will do that. Now, when she was discriminated, she left. But few years, some Islamic schools now started growing around that area. And when they started growing, some Muslims that are conscious, they started bringing their kids to that school, around that big school. Do you know what is happening right now? That school that discriminated an Hajia from teaching economics will now pack Muslim students in their big bus, luxurious bus, and take them to Jumat Mosque every Friday for Jumat prayer. Because they are now seeing that Islamic schools are growing, the kids are more, and the economic flow will flow to that area, and they don't want to lose out. Now, when I was in the banking industry, it is hard for our sisters to put on hijab and work in the banking industry. With the emergency of Jais Lotus, can Access Bank deny you that you should not wear hijab? They dare not. Because they are now seeing the economic capacity of the Umah. And they now have to reckon with it. That is a way you are saving to contribute to the Umah. So you don't just be lackadaisical attitude about it. Let us don't be lackadaisical attitude about it. Let us contribute our quota to the Umah. Let us save for the Umah. Because if you don't have anything, people will dictate how you should live your life. What you should do, what you should not do. But if you have something, they will ask you, how do you want it to be? You will be the one telling them, guiding them on what to do. So the structures are very, very key for us. So Islam is a complete way of life. It's not only I go to mosque and pray and come alone. No. It's not only limited to Hajj and Umrah. It's a complete way of life. And we have to be conscious about it. Because if you are not, forget, you'll be set aside, you'll be pushed aside. So that is savings to the Umah. We have to. So these are the three areas I describe savings: spiritual, personal, and Umah. So that is why I said saving catalyst to personal and Umah development. And within the next or maybe 2 minutes, let me just look at the little things I have here. Well, there are many ways we can save. We can save to cooperative societies, like benevolent cooperative. You can be part of it. You can save to Lotus Bank. It's part of it. At least when you have your bank account with Lotus Bank, you start your saving. If you open with benevolent cooperative, you do your saving. You can have both simultaneously. Secondly, insurance is also a form of saving. We have AIC insurance. It's a form of saving. Because there are always needy days when you need them. Then we also have pension scheme. For those of us that are working with government, our pension scheme is a form of saving. Because by the time you are 50 years or 60 years, when you retire, with the current pension scheme arrangement, you will find something in your pension account. Of course, that one is compulsory saving. And you can still do voluntary to join your compulsory saving. It's a form of saving. Because in retirement, you need some saving to assist. Then, the traditional job is also a form of saving. Because everyone has its own peculiarity. People who are in the market that get money daily basis, they know how to use that one very well. And from there, you can start saving benevolent cooperatives once in a month. From there, Lotus Bank, because as your business is growing, you will be needing all these bodies from one state to the other. The local account we do, you find out that it's very simple because the people will come to you, collect the money. You are not moving anywhere. At the end of the month, they will be the one to return the money for you and also collect their own dues from you. The cooperative, you only need to transfer. And those ones, they have levels at which they can assist you. By the time you are growing big, then Lotus Capital Jaiz Bank will be there to assist in your business. You can start from little level and continue to grow from stage to stage. We need all of them. And we should try as much as possible to also make our children be aware of some of this so that they will take it up from there. Well, due to the little time at my disposal, I will stop here. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us with the little we have had. May He continue to guide us, be with us in this world and in the after. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.